Thank you very much, Raju. And let me also salute the board chair of IFPRI and also the Director General of IFPRI. It is indeed a great honor for me this afternoon to be part of this great event to celebrate the 40 years of the International Food Policy Research Institute's work under the banner IFPRI at 40, looking back, looking forward. The theme for this event is very relevant indeed because there is a lot that can be learned from what the institution has achieved in the past to inform future engagements. Let me, at this point, congratulate IFPRI through the Director General for the great achievements and contribution to agricultural development policy, which is key in many developing countries. In Malawi, for example, the agriculture sector contributes about 30% towards gross domestic product, over 60% of the foreign exchange earnings, as well as over 80% of employment. It also remains a single most important source of livelihood for our people, who majority of them live in rural areas. The role of IFPRI, ladies and gentlemen, is guiding agriculture policy through research solutions to sustainably reduce poverty and arrest hunger and malnutrition in developing countries, and that cannot be overemphasized. By focusing on 6 strategic areas of research, that is ensuring sustainable food production, promoting healthy food systems, improving markets and trade, transforming agriculture, building resilience, strengthening institutions and governance, IFPRI is ensuring comprehensive evidence-based policy approach to resolve challenges that are surrounding agriculture. Let me talk a little bit about Malawi's experience with IFPRI. Malawi is today very grateful to IFPRI for the work that has been done to contribute to its national policy development. Our association with this institution dates back to 1992 with the posting of Suresh Bab, who is in here with us, who was a postdoctoral fellow at Cornell University. He worked with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Economic Planning and Development on a food and nutrition information system with support from USAID. Suresh Bab also engaged with Bunda College of Agriculture by providing training on policy analysis until 1994. This has remained an important feature of the institution, providing national capacity for both policy formulation and research. As a country, as a carry-on to the UNICEF project, we also had Dr. Manfred Zeller, an IFPRI research fellow, who came to Malawi to do research on rural credit systems as part of a global research program on rural finance and food security. Dr. Manfred Zeller was joined later in 1995 by IFPRI postdoctoral fellow Alo Diane, and the two also worked at our National Agricultural College, providing classes and supervising field research of a group of young agriculture economists who are now relatively in prominent positions in Malawi and many other countries around Africa. IFPRI was also instrumental in setting up the master's degree program at the then Constituent College of the University of Malawi, Bunda College of Agriculture, which today trains the bulk of agriculture sector practitioners, providing technical support to farmers or working in research, academia, or food and agriculture policy advocacy. In 1999, Dr. Todd Benson, who is also here with us this afternoon, led a project which conducted the first national poverty and welfare analysis for Malawi using the Malawi Integrated Household Survey in 1998. There were carryover activities which continued through to 2004 and included extensive high-resolution poverty mapping work and the design of the questionnaire for the next round of the integrated household surveys in 2004. While there was no IFPRI staff based in Malawi between 2001 and 2009, work by external IFPRI researchers continued, including providing training on and implementing a social accounting matrix for use in an economy-wide model for Malawi, and by several researchers under the regional network on HIV, AIDS, livelihoods, and food security project. My ministry is now hosting the Malawi Strategy Support Program of IFPRI since 2009. The project, financed by the USAID, has focused on policy-relevant research, technical support, and policy communications. IFPRI's presence in Malawi has since broadened areas of support to my ministry, including various studies on agriculture and nutrition linkages in partnership with WFP, and a long-term study on the food, energy, water nexus. These activities are complemented by a new policy support project, New Alliance Policy Acceleration Support, commonly called NAPAS, in partnership with Michigan State University, which supports my ministry through high-level policy engagement and technical advice. Ladies and gentlemen, IFPRI also was instrumental in Malawi in trying to prepare its agriculture sector investment framework. Development of the framework was informed by analysis to define the priority options for investment. IFPRI supported this process through development of economy-wide computable general equilibrium model using commodity scenarios. Based on this model, the investment framework selected the maize-led strategy to contribute to the CAADP growth and poverty reduction strategy. Let me add also that the presence of IFPRI in Malawi has helped in several other areas. For example, IFPRI has helped to place poverty and food and nutrition security at the top of the agenda. Thanks to IFPRI and other partners' contributions, we now have a better understanding of the determinants of poverty and food and nutrition insecurity, as well as the important role that agriculture plays in enhancing outcomes in these areas. Through research contributions and engagement in policy debates, IFPRI has been part of several key policy reform outcomes or policy reform processes. For example, the adoption of a more liberalized stance on exchange rate policy, reforms to the way the Farm Input Subsidy Program is implemented, and the drafting and hopefully imminent adoption of a new national agriculture policy. These are but just a few of the examples of the contribution that IFPRI has made to Malawi. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, let me underscore that IFPRI has been instrumental and remains relevant, a body today and for the future, as far as shaping agriculture policies for Malawi is concerned. The outcomes of IFPRI are very important since they are research and evidence-based, and therefore the interventions informed by the analysis are more likely to succeed than those that are not guided by any research. Congratulations, IFPRI, and happy birthday. Thank you.